Hey guys, this is a Champion air compressor with a 6.5 horse motor. I think it's about a 120 gallon tank maybe. I was trying to find a capacity and I couldn't figure it out. Tell you a little story here. There's some pretty good people out there, you know. I was stationed up in the place called Silverdale, Washington, at Bangor Submarine Base, and I was on the USS Alabama, SSBN 731 Gold Crew, and I was a machinist mate, which is a mechanic on the conventional side, when I was in the Navy there. So I was really familiar with that area. Well, this guy is one of my YouTube viewers, calls me, says, I noticed you needed an air compressor for your shop. And the story behind that is I just so scatterbrained half the time. I'm going a million different directions. The motor burned up on my Ingersoll Rand one, which I'm still going to fix. And I just haven't had time to get the motor off, have it rewound, and get that done. I need to get that done. But I'm going to get this one installed first. This guy, Chuck Preston's his name, old retired Navy guy, surface guy, was on the USS Carl Vinson, and hell of a good guy. So he drove all the way down here. It's an 8-hour drive from Bremerton, Washington to Klamath Falls, Oregon. Well, about 7.5, 8 hours. And he put this in the back of his old 81 Dodge pickup and drove all the way down here and gave it to me. So he said it didn't have much use on it, but he said it was given to him and he never used it because his shop was too small for it. He just had a little one-car garage that he works on his hot rods in. So I mean, this is a damn good, these Champion compressors are good compressors. 2-cylinder, two-stage compressor. So man, I really thank Chuck a lot. I mean, that restores your faith in humanity. But Chuck got down here and he says, I made it, but he says, I got a hell of a wobble, vibration. Well, he had U-joints out in the driveline, that old pickup. So I said, come back in the morning and we'll help you swap them drive lines out, or the U-joints out. So I climbed underneath this pickup there, and I seen antifreeze leaking on both sides of the block running down it. I thought, hey, you got a hell of a water leak here. Well, the 2 freeze plugs on the back end of the block on each side, it had a 360 in it. They were rotted out and they were leaking, and what had happened, he had put straight water in it. He says, son of a gun. He said that lower radiator hose blew a couple years ago, and I forgot. He says, I just was in a hurry and I put straight water in it and I forgot to put antifreeze because it didn't get that cold over there. It really doesn't over there where the coast is. And anyhow, he just forgot about it. And what it did is it rotted those freeze plugs out, the 2 on each side. So we ended up dropping the exhaust out of it. You know, I had to make sure he got home. He needed to get home. So anyways, we dropped the exhaust down, pulled the starter on the driver's side so we get to the back one, and I got them out. I got them rotted ones out, and we changed them and put new freeze plugs in it that day, and he hit the road. So, and we pulled the drive line and put new U-joints in it. And I mean, that's just the least I could do for what he did for me. So anyways, I just really wanted to mention that in this video. So I got to get my butt rolling. I got a Peterbilt here, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do a video on that. This one here's got excessive fuel leakage. I did an injector return flow test on it. And you're supposed to have, like, if you convert 200 milliliters over to ounces, it's supposed to be about 6.7 ounces in 60 seconds off the injectors. Doing the high pressure test with your Cummins Insight and or your Texas unit, and Texas will do that too. And long story short, I did the test and I had 32 ounces instead of 6.7 ounces, which is equivalent to about 946 milliliters. Way too much. and this had the 4726 code in it, excessive fuel leakage. And the first place I went to was the injectors, because I did what they call the pressure decay test with Cummins Insight. And what you do is you'll have it running there with, you'll monitor your rail pressure in the parameters, and what you do is you shut the key off and then quickly turn the key back on right before it shuts off. That way you don't lose communication, and you see what your decay is. Well, you're not supposed to lose more than 1450 psi, I think, in 60 seconds, I think it is. Well, man, this thing here just, it would be at like 6,500 sitting there idling, and as soon as I shut it off and turn the key back on, it'd be down to 85 psi, just like that. And that's why I went right to the injectors, because I thought, well, so then what I did is I pulled all the injector lines off, and then I torqued all the feed tubes. None of them were loose. So what I got to do now is I ordered it this morning. I had to order the, because I had one, I can't find a damn thing, but I ordered the injector isolator fitting, so where I can cap the rail. And then what I got to do is I got to go in and do that test 6 more times, and I got to cap one at a time till I get to the end, and monitor my flow and see how much I get. If I get a substantial amount lower to where it puts me back in spec, then I know I got one injector. But if I get a substantial amount lower on maybe 2 of them or 3 of them, and the other 3 I don't, then I kind of know that I've got 3 bad injectors, and it might be a contributor of all of them too. So I got to get that isolator and try to. These injectors are like $950 a piece. So anyway, that's where we're at on this. I gotta close his door up, keys off. Oh yeah, and the bellows pipe's bad on it over here. So this bellows pipe right here, we did a forced regen on it here the other day, and I seen smoke boiling out of it, and it's the bellows is broke. So I'm gonna go out to a 6170M now and do some hydraulic test. Colton, you just gotta stay here, buddy. You guys have seen Eva. This is Eva's kid, and he's been in training, bird dog training, for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. But the bird dog trainer's dad died, so he had to tell everybody to come get their dogs until he gets his father's affairs straightened out. Colton, hey, don't get that nose to the ground and take off. Okay, so this is 6170M, and we've got to do an overall hydraulic circuit test, because when they put it on auto steer, it doesn't seem to work. So I would say that it usually, if everything else on the tractor is working, I would more than likely say that you've got a problem with your auto steer, but it's just me. Anyhow, we'll get started. So I got my flow meter, because what we're going to do is start the tractor and restrict the oil. Get a rag and wipe all that off. I'm already needing a damn bigger service truck. I can't get all my crap in this one. I have to lay that thing out in the back because I don't have enough room. Hey, Colton, get over here. And the gauge is... Before I got some damn spam call wanting to sell me insurance. Okay, fast valves. I've stuck those on before. Exhaust filter system cleaning. I'm gonna have to do a regen on this thing while I'm here. I bet you they got it disabled again. Whoever he has in his crew that's running the tractor, it's on auto. So you should be able to go like that. Well, you should be able to go press static entry key button twice. proceed. Yeah, it needs a regen. Go ahead and let it do its regen. So, we're sitting here waiting for the forced regen to get done, and I'm sitting here feeding Daisy, well, Colton, Daisy cookies while I eat my bag of tater chips. There you go, Colton. I didn't get any cookies. You guys ate all the cookies. Oh, gotta catch that. We got it. That thing's doing that forced regen. It just one of those deals where you might as well just do that while you're there. So anyways, I know a lot of guys like to show the puppy dogs, and I want to show more of my puppies too, because I'm pretty proud of them. You know, I heard a story the other day, something that pissed me off, and I just got instantly mad. They posted on Facebook, I guess up there in Sisters, Oregon, somebody, not a friend of mine, but a friend of mine that I don't know, he posted on Facebook that they had their dog in the back of their pickup, and somebody shot him, you know, while they went into the store, and shot their damn dog with a 22 or something. It was, I can't remember the exact details, but I just remember reading that, and it just, what in the hell is the matter with people? What could possess you to do something like that and be that morbid and kill a family pet like that? You know, and then they posted the pictures of that dog. It was a pit bull, and it was sitting there licking its, you know, they had a daughter, and it was licking that girl, and it was just a sweetheart, you know, and she wasn't chained up or nothing. It likes to ride in the back of the pickup, and, you know, there was nothing wrong, and just, oh man, I just can't believe people. This blows me away. You know, you'd like to find that son of a bitch and just kick the shit out of him is what you'd like to do. Anyhow, yeah, that's my little rant about that. Huh, guys? You guys want any Doritos? Hey, Colton. I know Daisy, you like Doritos. Here. You like Doritos too. Here. Alright, well, this forced regen gets done. Maybe we'll get back on it, and we can figure out the hydraulic problem. So I just let the exhaust system cool down after the forced regen. Good idea to wait till this light goes out, then shut it down. Caution light there. What's that all about? Service interval. Okay. Yeah. See, we got no caution light for no amber caution light for a regen now. So let's see what standby pressure is. I'm gonna open this window. Careful with those wires. 500 psi. So let's turn the wheel. That's good. 2700. Steers nice and easy. I don't see anything wrong with that. I believe they got a problem in their auto steer. Let's go with, oh, did my coupler pop out, or can't tell? Backwards. me swap the hoses. Good grief. Let's try it again. Then I'll probably actually turn the Trimble system on and see if I can figure out what it's doing. Okay, the needle is moving, okay. I think we got... through there at all. This guy's been messing with this or what? Yeah, there's the problem. PSI. At 2,000 PSI, I've got almost 30 gallons a minute, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that pump. Nothing wrong with the compensator, none of that. Load sense is working. Well, yeah, the load sense system is working. Let's see what we're reading here. Yeah, we're reading almost 2,700, 2,650 on system pressure. So let's turn this thing on. I'm not. When I worked for the strawberry nurseries, I used to install a lot of auto farm systems, the old 5000, 5001 systems, and I was pretty familiar with them. I'm not too familiar with the Trimbles. Then Auto Farm switched over right before I left. We had an Integra unit. Auto Farm got changed the name or got bought out by Integra, and Trimble is a different company, so I'm not too familiar with what they've got going. But hydraulics wise, there's nothing wrong with the tractor. What is that? Is that the Trimble unit beeping or the tractor beeping? Let's get rid of the service interval. We know we have a service interval that's not cleared. We still got 500. Is the hitch raises up? Nothing wrong with okay. I train and qualified personnel, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. AP, by pressing accept, you respond to, yeah, I accept, man. I'll wreck this thing. Okay, so data files, upgrade unlocks. Okay, it's English vehicle. Okay, let's see, let's go back. Let's go back to, that's home. Configuration. Okay. Alright, well, probably doesn't have a camera. This one don't have a camera on it. I'm not really sure how you... That's the vehicle, 6130 to 6170M. Okay. I don't know if there's a base. I bet you they don't have a portable base up out here to where I can test this. You have to have a base. You either have to have a fixed base somewhere in the vicinity. And I know that their main ranch is way over there, and I bet you they've got a portable base. I can't even really test this thing without, yeah, VRS error disconnected. Yeah, there's no, I can't really do anything without a base for this thing to hook up to, a GPS signal. Trying to think if there's anything else that I can do here. No diagnostics, that's all. GPS receiver, diagnostics. Okay, speed. Oh, I don't know. It's reading. It tells me the position here. VRS connected. Do I gotta drive it? Okay, well, I might just go drive it just a little bit, see what it does. I don't know. Well, I found it. I can't get a hold of them. I need the contact your dealer to visit www.trimble.com to unlock DCM 300 features. Show number. I think you got to do that. I think you got to get in there and pick what you're doing, or you know what task you want. True tracker, true guide, road guidance, and I can't get a hold of them. So degraded GPS, no GPS signal. Let's look at the tractor real quick. He said the Trimble guys were telling him there was something hissing underneath the tractor. But I said, is it only when you turn their system on? He said, yeah. I said, well, then it's in their system. I mean, if every function to me works properly without using the auto steer, then I would more than likely say you got a problem with the auto steer system. I don't know. It's really hard to pin this one down without actually being able to turn it on and steer it. So the way this works, guys, this valve block here, okay, so you're going to have a couple load sense ports on it for the steering, and then you're going to have you're going to have a feed, a pressure. This is your pressure line. There's a relief valve on it. This is a pressure sensor right here for the system, so it tells the cab monitor what the pressure is. So here's some load sense lines here. Here's another relief. What it does there, then you're going to have your left and right turn, obviously. That's going to be going down through a, we have another valve down here. See where these hoses are, and they've got a valve tucked in there too. And anyhow, what that does there is when you turn that auto steer system on, this valve here with this coil on it, that'll port oil to either the right cylinder or left cylinder. I'm not really sure how this valve here works. On the old Challengers we had, it was all mechanical. The old 45, 35 Challengers we put the auto farm systems on. We had to put a valve, an extra valve in here, and we had to put a SAM module, what they call the steering assist module, that did all this stuff for this thing. Because it was all mechanical, and I don't think these have a SAM module on them. They've got their own, you know, the module that comes with the cab module, does everything. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not real familiar with the Trimble stuff though, but you'll come out here and you'll see when you come out here you'll see a steering angle sensor. Basically, here's your steering sensor right here. This is going to tell the cab controller what angle the wheel is, you know. So, but anyhow, I got to go do some other things, and I guess, I don't know, we've got good charge pressure, we've got standby pressure, we've got good flow on our remotes. The mirror, when you hook up to the system pressure port, I mean, you pretty much, when you turn the wheel from left to right, you can watch it. If your load sense pressure is mirroring your system pressure, come on, let's go, guys. Let's go, Colton. Come on, buddy. Get in, big guy. Come on. Good boy. Come on, babe. But if your load sense is mirroring your system pressure, then everything's fine on your hydraulics. So the only thing I can say, they probably got something. I can't get a hold of those guys now, but they said something was hissing underneath it. The only thing I see related to that steering system is that valve that is in between there and the actual valve block on the back of the remotes for the Trimble system. Well, guys, we got a Kubota. This is the one I put the complete wiring harness in that caught on fire earlier this summer. He said he was going along and the clean exhaust filter light came on, and those Kubotas, you got a button you can push to clean the exhaust filter, and he pushed the button and it just died. And he said he came back later, because I couldn't get there fast enough, but he came back later and he said after it cooled off it started up. And he said there was still something wrong with it. We're going to go plug our Texas diagnostic unit into it and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. See if we got a wire problem still, or we got something else going on with the DPF in it, or who knows. So, right here, I think it actually died on him on the road here when he was roading it, and they drug it off the road. Hi, Daisy girl. Okay. The birds have been shitting everywhere. Okay, let's try to set this right here. Here's your connector plug in right here. This is where I knock the camera off and get this unplugged. Plug this into here. Be sure I got the right one. Alright. Yeah, I think Kubotas, you gotta turn the key on to get that to power up, I think. Okay, she went beep. She went beep. She went beep, buddy. Okay, let's go into off-highway selection. Okay. Going to agricultural vehicles. Going to K for Kubota. Let's go. That is a M100 series, an M135GX. And the first thing we'll do is read the diesel injection on it. Let's see. Can I... Is it going to hang out here if I set it there? See, that kid, that Colton, he just runs around like a crazy maniac, huh? And you say, I just say here in the shade, Dad. He's got that lab, he's got to go 100 miles an hour, so. Okay. Let's read that one. First, it must have a different controller for its DPF and SCR, which, does this one have urea on it? I don't remember. I don't think this has urea. I might be wrong. No, this is just as a DPF is all it's got. This is tier 4. So we want to go like that. Select tier 4. So we got an engine overheat code, we got an intake throttle feedback, exhaust gas temperature sensor 2. Okay. So I'm going to get out of this one. I'm not going to clear them yet. And I do remember I do remember he lost, right after I put the engine harness, he called me, said one of these idlers, well, that one right down there, that idler went out. So, and slung the belt off of it, so that would explain the overheat code. Attention, make sure the tool is used power external through your tripolar socket battery in order to avoid it from switching off during diagnosis. If it switches off, we'll just recommunicate with it. And if it does switches off, then I will hook that up. We'll see if there's anything active on the DPF. Huh. Communication interrupted, reactivate. Oh. Okay, I remember now. I remember. There's not a separate controller. It's I think on the SCR ones they have a, yeah, it's not going to communicate with that. Let's go back into the diesel injection. And let's do this again. And the reason he had the DPF light on, exhaust gas. Let me find my dog. There they are. They're okay. Make sure they don't go too far. He's got to go out there and piss on everything he can find. So let's go back and go tier 4. And so intake throttle feedback. Lenovo Advantage toolbar. I don't give a shit about that right now. I'm on the middle of doing something else, monkey. Where can I set this thing? Let's see if I can started. Actually, you know what? Before we even do that, let's go into the live data. Let's actually double click on this code here. DOC inlet temperature high. Okay, it's high. Let's go look at the live data. It's not active. Was the filter just plugged up? Let's go to official pressure, 1 outlet voltage. Where's my exhaust gas? Air temperature, built-in mass airflow voltage. Output voltage. Exhaust gas temperature. 1 output voltage, 5 volts, 5 volts. That's really not making a lot of sense there. 5 volts. 5 volts is almost like an open circuit type thing. Is that right? That can't be right. Remember, high voltage is low temperature on a thermistor, and low voltage is high temperature. If I got that right. There we go. Right here. There's our readings right there. Exhaust gas temperature's 0, 71.6 degrees. Then it's got exhaust gas temperature 1, 69, 71, which is about right. It's about ambient temperature. Let me start this tractor. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's give her some throttle. Let's get a hand throttle. Cable. Yet. Give her a wide open throttle. Regen light's on. regen lights on. Let's go, let's do a force regen. Best DPF regeneration. Blinking button on the vehicle dashboard to start regeneration. That one? There it goes. I think so. In park, right? That's in neutral. Oh. Figured it out, I think. These are starting to come up now. Starting to come up now. I got the sequence right. You got to get the RPMs up. Well, guys, it went through the entire regen process with no problems. I mean, there really wasn't much to show there. It, you know, these Kubotas here, they'll have a, as you can see here. Door locked or something? Look out, bud. But there's an actual percentage on here of what the particulate matter is on these Kubotas. Let's see it says 0%. So I guess one deal shows you a graph and the other one shows you a percentage. Told him, I said, well, clear the codes in it. I was trying to explain to the owner that usually when you see an inlet gas temperature sensor high code, either you got a wiring problem because you got low voltage, or you got a plugged up filter that needs to be regen. So he's going to keep an eye on it. And I said, just watch that particulate matter when you're running it. If it creeps up and, you know, if the intervals between the regens become less, you know, more frequent, then we're probably got to plug that filter.